Where they at?
A video diary. I need to make this video because my hand and poor fingers can't move quick enough to record the thoughts and emotions that I'm feeling right now in this very moment. So this video will serve its purpose. Right now, me being back home, it was never my plan to return this early because I knew that the energy here was not welcoming. And I'm not talking about from family or from the city itself. Actually, I'm speaking on the city in general, but I'm not talking about family being welcoming because they didn't know I was coming. I didn't announce it. But I knew that coming back, I'd have to be very quiet about everything. Where I live, what I'm doing, who I talk to. Very quiet and very careful about it. Because this city is not ready for me. I'm coming out of Atlanta. The energy and the vibes from the south are completely different from the north. The north was silent. Okay, nobody is doing anything up north. Nobody is doing anything up north. Nobody is partying up here. Nobody's doing anything up here. Recording videos, starting businesses. Nobody's doing anything up here. So giving the north the benefit of the doubt, it's like a star moving into such a rural and, just a rural place. It's like I'm going a little bit crazy here because I am by myself. I don't know anyone here. And like I said, none of my family was expecting me. So they're not going to be on the same type of energy and flow that I'm on coming from the south. So me making any connections there probably wouldn't happen. And it's also not the safest option because what I have planned and going for myself can be disrupted and destroyed if it is heard by the wrong people. They still think I'm the old me. So they're probably holding on to a lot of older things that I have buried, which can cause a lot of friction in such a sensitive time in my life. I'm a mom now, completely different person. But I know how people are. They hold on to energy, and if you haven't spoken to them since then it's just like all of that can be living with them while you've moved on with your life. You're happy and in a brand new place. And I'm coming back unannounced. It's like the energy is freaking wicked, and the city definitely wasn't expecting me. I'm waking a lot of businesses up being out here, coming from the south. Like, y'all, I came here headstrong, wasn't playing games. I'm like, water parks open, restaurants running, festivals jumping, and they probably were done and dead with that stuff when I decided to pack my bags and move up north. Now, the reason I decided to move up north in such a rural area and in such like quiet times or down times is because I knew that, how can I put this? I knew that I wouldn't have any challenges when it came to building my life. If I had stayed in the South, I'd have challenges left and right. I'd probably have competition almost every day. And while I was running from that, it probably could have developed me in ways that I cannot have imagined. And I probably would be in a different place in my life, enjoying my everyday instead of feeling so miserable. And I could only possibly be miserable right now because I haven't eaten. But, which is, I could be talking like this because I haven't eaten. Like, I'm like head hungry right now. So sometimes I say things when I'm not thinking it straight. When I have food in my system, I process differently. So it could be the hunger speaking right now, because I have been happy before with the peace that I've been able to acquire, So I'm not completely upset. It's just I do sometimes get that feeling that, but I also, it's like 50% of me is proud that I've made the decision to suffer short term for an eternal payout. If I stay here with no friends, no partying, no distractions, no we outside for the next couple of years while I study, I could come out on top and be great. I really could. Just for the next 2 years, stay down, and do this. Because, like my parents always say, or my mom always said, it's not going anywhere. You're not missing anything. She used to always say that. You are not missing anything. And I'm not, because literally it's all the same stuff, honestly. I'm not missing anything, and I'm not wasting any of my time, because in 2 years I'm still going to be in my 20s. And like I said, if I dedicate all of this time investing in myself, man, I'm going to be the friend that's paying for everybody's dinner versus us just going to the wing shop to get 10-piece, 20-piece wings, or me having to work hard for a week, 2 weeks just to get paid, and then we splurge on a restaurant, or I work for months just to get a large lump sum to go shopping. If I stay down and do this, I'll be making all of that enough. I'll be making enough to go shopping every week and out to eat. And I will be maintained regularly. I might even be able to hire drivers. I would say chefs. That too. I would be able to afford chefs and drivers if I stay down. Is that worth it? Yeah. In the next couple of years, if I just go through this. I've been able to take care of myself. But the hard part is not having family or friends or anybody to confide in. Every time I think I'm making a friend, they turn out to be a foe. And I'm just like, this shit is hard, bro. It makes me want to cry. Because it's like I have to be alone. I'm seeing these quotes about sometimes it's just you and God. Yeah, you think? Like, I'm having a lot of those moments where it's just me and God. And I'm not even a sensitive person. I can take just about anything. I mean, I done had a natural childbirth. You feel me? So my feelings ain't hurt. But I can't say it's not tough on me being by myself, not having a companion, or just even my dad to give me a hug. Like, that shit's weird. When we were kids, and I'm okay with it, like, I'm fine. I feel like my body is reacting naturally, but mentally I'm okay. But when we were in high school and middle school, it was like, oh, I know it's hard. I know it's tough, kiddo. I'll give you a hug. But when you become an adult, you don't have all of that love and affection. You got the love, but you don't have the same affection. You don't get the affection that you once were receiving in your life when you were adolescent. It tends to come spiritually through prayer. You'll realize spiritually that people have been praying for you. Your prayers are being answered. You'll receive signs from the universe that everything is going to be all right. Kind of happens that way. A little more on the smoother, the spiritual side. You have to build a relationship with God to understand this type of stuff. You gotta know. You just have to build a relationship with the Lord, because when it is just you and Him, when it is just you and God, it's gonna feel like stuff like this, hard, like you're by yourself and you're figuring out things. I want to call it my construction phase. I feel like I'm facing an obstacle. I have a house to build, and I'm the only one wearing a hard hat and carrying a wrench. Everybody else is holding coffee cups and laughing, and I'm just looking at my vision, and I'm the only one with a wrench in my hand. And it gets hot outside sometimes. It gets hot sometimes. My boots get wet. My wrench gets heavy. You know, the hard hat gets not cute anymore. You know, I start to not think that, like, I start to not like the hard hat. But then I just take a look at the road ahead, the vision, and I don't want to laugh with them. That's not the vision. The vision is this house that I'm building. Because while they're laughing, I'm going to have the keys to walk into this motherfucker. And I'm going to close the door, and I'm going to be inside of an air-conditioned environment with loads of love and support from my kids. And I'm going to be beautiful. So beautiful. That my husband is gonna see my glow from across the state. He's gonna show up at my door with roses, and he's gonna take the wrench and the hard hat and the boots and the overalls, and he's gonna know exactly what to do with it. I don't know. Throw him in the pool, because I have one of those. Like, so I feel like that's what all of this is about. And this phone is just a device to document this journey, because it's real when you're alone. It's real. People that turn their backs on you, you know, that form their own opinions, and yeah, it's just you and God sometimes. This is personified. This is that personified. Like, I'm 20, I'm 25, I'm making a mess. I'm 25 and I'm trying to make friends, but at the same time, I'm so serious about investing in me. I'm so serious about taking me serious and not being silly at this age that they fall off like flies or they're intimidated. So, friends don't come easy these days, you know, because I cut them off. Like, y'all are annoying, you're playing too many games. So, yeah, I don't know anybody that's really, you know, taking things serious. It's like everything is act like toddlers. Like I said, 50% of me is happy that I'm by myself because this is what I envisioned. I envisioned no distractions. I prayed for this. I said I wouldn't have people in my face. I could focus on what's important. And that's what I'm doing. I'm able to do that for the next couple of years of my life. But it doesn't, it goes for me to say that my social life doesn't stop. So when I do meet people, I converse with them sometimes, a little bit. But I run into assholes sometimes. People that are just like, what? So it's like, I don't want to say this, but I'm going to admit it anyway. I hope that God hasn't forgotten about me. Because just because I decided to focus on studying, just because I have decided to pursue my education, doesn't mean that I don't want friends. It doesn't mean I don't want to engage. It doesn't mean I don't want to, have friends. So when certain people come along, it's like I have to really take words of advice and encouragement when it comes to my worth, because it's like, don't let this person do this to you or talk to you this way or treat you like this, because I can't tell if it's friendly or if it's a warning, if it's like a distraction, or if it's friendly. I can't tell the difference. Is it friendly or is it a distraction? And me choosing to be here is for that reason, is why I don't have too many of y'all around me. So I try to take it and be positive and think of it that way. Like maybe it's just not working out because it's not meant to, and not because I've been forgotten about and thrown out like trash. Like, oh, she could never be a friend because she's choosing to stay in the house and be so quiet and away from everyone. Like, yeah, because I'm doing that because I can't learn that way. I can't learn, me personally, I don't think that I can learn fluently while clowning, It's tough. But every so often, I'll entertain myself and reward myself. Every so often. But real ones, loyal people, understand. So I'm just gonna take a deep breath. I'm gonna smile. And I'm gonna sign off. So if you're watching this and you needed some encouragement, I hope that this video serves that purpose. Don't give up on your dreams. Whether that's to become a doctor, a surgeon, a musician, if it requires you to focus and to cut off distractions and it's just you and God, I know. And I know that I'm a great person. I haven't forgotten about myself, so I know God hasn't forgotten about me. It serves to invest in yourself. Isolation is fine. As long as you're not isolating yourself for other people, you are isolating yourself for you is a big investment. That's God's work. Isolating yourself to please people and it's not working, so you decide to lock yourself up. That's not good. We don't want to do that. And that's not what I'm doing. This is for good cause. I'm locked up for good cause because I want to be successful. I want to have friends that are proud to be in my circle and to like this. So I love y'all. I love my supporters. And I'm silent. So bye.